Hi everyone, Thomas here and welcome back to another video. So today I'm back here for another speed build, and today we're going to go ahead and create this cafe called a Redbrick cafe. So creative, I know, aren't I? Anyway, so if you want to go ahead and download this for yourself, it is up in the gallery now. My origin ID is real Thomas TV1. That name is so stupid. I wanted to try and make something a little bit more creative, but I just not think of anything. So I think a Redbrick cafe, it's pretty self-explanatory, but it gets the job done. It doesn't really matter. Anyway, so the reason that this build came about was actually from Kiwi Simon here on YouTube, and she was actually going ahead and doing a new LP on her channel, which is kind of like a university LP, and in her campus, which is basically Newcrest, there was 2 blank 20x15 lots at the back, and she wasn't really too sure what to do with it, so she asked us if we could submit some things on the gallery for her to go ahead and add in. Now, I don't know if she's going to go ahead and choose this, so it's also a speed build, so if you want to go ahead and use it, Rochelle, feel free, but I just wanted to do this as a speed build as well, because I don't really do a whole lot of cafes, so I thought it'd be good to maybe do this and submit it on, for Rochelle's LP, and yeah, so, like I said, Redbrick Cafe, it's got some red brick in it. I didn't do the full thing, with brick all around it, because I felt like it might look a bit like, I don't know what the word would be for it, but I think you know what I mean. So I also went ahead and used some of this side, and I think it's from Spa Day actually, just to kind of separate off from all that brick colour. And also I did a little patio area out there as well. And it is a pretty small lot, but I felt like it was a pretty decent size inside. And I'm literally have nothing to say because I've done like 5 voiceovers today or something, like for different videos. I'm kind of pre-recording a little bit because now that I'm back to college, I'm kind of just making sure I have like a week or so myself, like pre-recorded, if that makes sense. So at any given time I have like a week of videos pre-recorded. That's just because sometimes I kind of get bombarded with work sometimes, and I never really have time to actually record something, so I don't want to have to miss an upload day, so I just like to make sure I'm a little bit ahead of myself. And today's actually Sunday, which is normally the day I kind of pre-record a lot, and yeah, I always hate Sundays because it's literally just such a depressing day, because tomorrow you're gonna have to wake up and the weather's normally always terrible on a Monday. Like Sundays are normally okay in terms of weather, but then on a Monday it's just really and horrible, just to put you in a bad mood for the rest of the week. Oh my god. Anyway, so this build is, I don't know how much it came out to be. I don't really think it matters for community lots because you're just traveling there, it's not like you're owning it, so it doesn't really matter in terms of the price. I don't think it was that expensive actually. Let me just check on the gallery app. I don't think you can actually get the gallery app anymore because I think they've discontinued it, but I thought, because I heard they would discontinue it as well as some other the Sims apps. I think the Sims 3 they were discontinuing or something. So I was going to, I didn't think this app would still work, but it actually does, which is great because I never really used it that much. But now, sometimes when I'm doing speed builds and I forget details about the build and stuff, I'll just go ahead and look at the gallery app. So yeah, it came out to be 47,923 simoleons. Okay, I thought it was a little bit less expensive than that, but that's okay. Because like I said, you don't really need to buy it. And yeah, so trying to think if there's anything else for me to say. There was one thing I was thinking about, and I literally could just not remember it now. Oh, that's the other thing. You may remember that sometimes I do these little video intro things, like video machinima style tour things at the front of the, not the front of the video, that didn't make any sense, at the start of the video, and kind of just giving a preview of that build. But recently, well, not recently, but kind of just for these community lots, they are so difficult to do because sometimes Sims walk in the way because the swims. I can't speak today. The Sims are just walking in the lot all the time, constantly, and some of them don't have any clothes on because of that CC glitch, or some of them have random CC, and I don't really want that to be in the video intro. So for these community lots, sometimes it's kind of a little bit difficult to do this. So normally I kind of just put the thumbnail at the start, or kind of edit it, edit sort of a picture of the front of the house or the community lot, whatever it is, and stick that at the front. For residential lots, it's not really a problem because it's not people walking in and out every 10 seconds. But yeah, so it's really irritating, and yeah, it was just a huge big mess. I spent 10 minutes trying to get everybody out the thing, and it would be absolutely amazing if I could lock doors on community lots. Now I think you can do it if you're in a club, but I don't think you can normally do it just by yourself. So that if we could have had that, it would have made it so much easier, but oh well. Anyway, so I also went ahead and added in this kind of computer area. As you can see, just 2 computers. It was a little bit random, but I was kind of just thinking, because this is kind of where this, if Rochelle goes ahead and places this, it'll be kind of in a campus for a university. So I thought maybe having a student cafe sort of thing, or kind of an internet cafe, having maybe 2 computers and stuff, it kind of makes sense for the surroundings, if that makes sense. I mean, if you go ahead and just put it in your normal world, then maybe it's not as fitting, but I mean, some sometimes I do see, you know, cafes that have, you know, computers and stuff. They're normally like internet cafes, but this isn't really that, so I don't know, you can easily just take it out. And I just added in like a little half wall there just to kind of separate it off a little bit. So, I wasn't really too sure what to do in terms of, like, rugs and stuff. I don't know why, I struggled a little bit with that. They kind of just turned out really basic. And also the curtains, I wasn't really 100% on those as well. I can use these bright red, you know, curtains, and I don't know, like, if that looks right or not. I kind of thought it looked right, and then I was kind of like, oh, I don't know. I left them in because it kind of fits with that red brick. I mean, it's not like the colour of that brick colour, but it's kind of just a little bit more vibrant, I guess, and it just kind of adds a little bit of like a pop of colour, I guess. And yes, I don't know how many times I've just said I guess in like the space of 10 seconds, I don't know. Oh my god, anyway, so I'm just kind of spacing around the tables here and putting a few plants on them. I just went ahead and used these little succulent plants. I wasn't really too sure what to do for like the table decorations, because sometimes it's just a little bit, I don't know, like what to put on them. But I just went ahead and put those, and I was kind of thinking about maybe switching them up for every couple of tables so it doesn't look as like neat and like uniform, I guess you could say, because they all have the same thing on them. But I don't know why, I just kind of left them like they were. So we're just going around with the curtains here, and you'll probably see what I mean in just a second about those red curtains. Now I don't know what you think about those, let me know. Of course, if you download it for yourself, you can easily just remove them, but you know, I don't know, I think they're okay. So I just put them on those bigger windows, which can have the curved tops, and then for these smaller windows, I was a little kind of struggling what I was going to do with those, but I found these ones which is kind of like curtains like this, which kind of like pull along, so I kind of just put them at the ends of the windows, and you can pull them along, but I don't think you would do that in a restaurant. I think it's like, I think it was like McDonald's, I mean not a proper restaurant, but McDonald's had these things a while ago. They had these like, I don't even know what you call, they're kind of similar to the dividers that we got with City Living, and they had them in the windows, and you could easily just pull them along. I think it was like a sunshade. If the sun was in your eyes, you could just pull these things along the windows. They're kind of on like a roller thing, and you could just move these big like divider walls like along the windows. I don't know if you had those in your McDonald's, but I remember a long time ago when I went in one, I had that. It was a little bit weird, but yeah. So we're just working on putting like a little shelf here. I felt like I was kind of repeating myself in terms of paintings and stuff, and there wasn't really a whole lot to kind of fit in this, like that fit the style of this place, because I don't even know what type of style this thing would be. I suppose it's kind of modern. Maybe you could say it's industrial. No, not really. Maybe from the brick, but like the rest of the finishing doesn't really replicate that. Yeah, I would say maybe a little bit more modern. And there wasn't really a whole lot of paintings that would kind of replicate that, apart from like City Living ones. And I didn't want to end up going, you know, around and using the same, you know, painting for every like single spot. So yeah, anyway, we're kind of nearing the end of the build here. I'm just going around putting some final decorations on the inside, then we'll move outside and do the landscaping. Didn't really do a whole lot of landscaping, just a little bit at the front and a tree. That was pretty much it, to be honest. Just kind of kept it a little bit more simplistic. And yeah, so like I said, this is up in the gallery now. My origin ID is real Thomas CV1, like I said. I always put my builds up early on the gallery. The reason I do that is because, like I was mentioning earlier, I kind of pre-record my videos. So basically what I do is, once I'm finished with a build, I'll just go ahead and upload it to the gallery then and there, because if I went ahead and, you know, done it when the video goes up, which could be like a week or two later, I'll probably forget to go back and, you know, upload it, if it makes sense. So I just upload it once I'm finished with that build before I exit my game, and then I don't have to worry about going back and doing it, if that makes sense. So if you follow me on the gallery, you kind of get like a sneak peek of what's coming up, because of course those videos won't be up, most of them. Like, I wouldn't say every single one of them is, because sometimes I do videos like I upload that day, or it's kind of like a little bit more delayed, just depends. So yeah, go ahead and follow me there, because I do upload you know, things early, so you kind of get a sneak peek of what's coming up. And yeah, so we're just going around. I wasn't really too sure what to do with this one, because as you can see, it looked a little bit bare on the top bit there on the roof, because I had one window, but on the sides it just looked too little of like windows, if that makes sense. So I went ahead and added in a few more there on the sides. Just going around putting a few of these little columns, I couldn't think what they're called there, around the build there, because I had them on that little patio area, and I thought it kind of looked nice to kind of finish it off a little bit, putting them on all the corners. And yeah, so just going to finish it off with the landscaping, and that's pretty much it for today's build. I really hope you enjoyed. Make sure in the comment section down below you let me know about what you thought of this build, and if you have any other ideas for what you want to see next in terms of a speed build. And because I'm kind of getting a little bit uninspired recently, I don't know why, like I feel like because I'm just building so much, I'm kind of running out of ideas. ideas. So if you have any ideas, leave them down below or email them to me. My email address is contact.thomastv@gmail.com, and there I'll probably easily find them, because sometimes I can get lost in comments and Twitter mentions and stuff, so that's probably a better place to do it. And yeah, so thanks for watching. Make sure to leave a like, comment, share, and subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!